Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight to Boston here, and today I'm back for episode number 16 of my Tour de France Pro Team series. And so today we are back making some new additions to the team as we embark on the 2019 circuit here. So the first move we're going to be doing is getting rid of Winner Anacona and adding Christophe Riblon, who I'm going to institute as the team leader. And then also for that second climber spot, I'm going to get rid of Esteban Chavez. I considered Chris Anker Sorensen, but I end up going with Peter Conrad instead to fill out that second climber spot. Now we're going to improve upon a second hill spot. We're going to keep Cyril Gauthier on the team, but we're going to bring back Filippo Pozzato. And really, I put a big emphasis on stamina and recovery. A couple of people have been telling me that you can't just look at the mountain stats and the hill stats. You got to look at guys with good stamina, good recovery. So Riblon had good stamina and recovery, and Pozzato I thought could be a real weapon in the hills. He also has really good stamina. We had Marcus Burkhardt and Van Barl here. And we also are going to add Meersman, whose first name I honestly don't know. Maybe George? I honestly have no idea. But Meersman has a really good hill rating, so I thought he could be a nice asset in the hills as well when it came to getting Impy over some of the tough climbs. So anyway, you can see here we're in stage 1 of the International now for 2019. And I've got Pozzato, and I decided Pozzato would be perfect for this little maneuver I wanted to go after. Except I kind of moved too late here. I wanted to get the King of the Mountains points on this Cat 4 climb, knowing that if I won this simple little Cat 4 climb, I would hold the King of the Mountains jersey for the next stage, and that would help that would help a lot of things. That would help us get some extra money. That would help rider morale and all that stuff. So I thought Pozzato would be perfect because of his high flat rating. And instead, though, I was a little bit too late on the jump, and the guys were just too far ahead. I unfortunately think I get second or third place here with Pozzato. Yeah, it looks like third place. And Langeveld would take the 1 point over the Category 4 climb. So now we're skipping ahead to the intermediate sprint. I've got Daryl Impey here, and I decided to go really early because I thought the peloton was riding so slow. I just thought, hey, let me try to get an attack right now and see if I can just snatch up these easy points. But it turns out that when I basically launched the sprint here, everyone started following and then ended up not having enough energy. So I sort of tried to pull back here and then wait a little bit, but it was too late. I just misplayed my hand there, and I had to pay for it. So do not end up getting very many green jersey points, but that is all right. That's kind of a secondary focus anyway. I was more doing it just because I could. So we're going to skip ahead now to the final part of the stage. 2.9 kilometers to go. Impy in much better position this time, and hopefully we will play our hand a little bit better this time. As you can see, the breakaway still out there, but we're only 8 seconds behind, and now they have been swept up. So the group is back together. It's going to end in a sprint finish here. I'm just trying to stay up alongside the front. JJ Rojas in front. He's being followed by Ventoso, and I'm following Ventoso here as Rojas launches the sprint, and there goes Ventoso. Impy coming up alongside. Here comes the Astana rider, but does Impy have one last kick in him? He does not, and he will have to settle for 4th place on the day, but not too bad there. I'll take 4th place with Daryl Impy. I thought that was a pretty good finish, only behind Ventoso, Chalik, and Sam Dumoulin, so not too bad there. That is the only sprint stage in this year's International. We've got the prologue, or not really a prologue, it's just a short 6-kilometer time trial coming up next. So remember, in the Dauphiné last year, we took the yellow jersey with Manuel Quinzado, so we're going to try and do the same thing again here today. We've got Quinzado here, ready for this short little 6-kilometer time trial. Let's see what he can do. As you can see, his recovery, his what do you call it? His fitness is not in the best of shape today, his condition, but he's still one of the best prologgers on the circuit, especially in this race. So a short little time trial like this, I think, is perfect for him. Let's see what he can do. Coming out of the gate strong here, trying to get out of the saddle and get our pace up, and then staying in that line. Now coming up on the first checkpoint, actually still a couple of kilometers away here, maybe a kilometer or so away. But anyway, Quinzado going around the bend there and then picking it up. Now we're approaching the intermediate sprint pointage just up the road. You can see the 440 is the objective, where it looks like we're going to finish well under that. But this does kick up a little bit. As you can see, 3.5%. Quinzado really digging deep now, trying to beat that 440, and he will. He comes across 433, and that is good enough for the best time at the intermediate checkpoint. So now you know Quinzado's in good position to try and win this race. He's coming under 1 kilometer to go, excuse me, but you know it kicks up here a little bit at the end. It's not going to be easy. Quinzado used a lot of energy in the first part of the stage, was not able to attack too much in the second half. Let's see if it's going to cost him. Quinzado now, one final effort, up to the line. Here he comes, and he crosses at 7:58, 7:59, right around there. We'll see, was it good enough for the stage win? Was it good enough for the yellow jersey? And And it was! Manuel Quinzado wins the stage, and this should propel him into the yellow jersey, as the only time breaks from stage 1 would have been the bonus awarded to the first 3 riders. And I'm sure Quinzado whooped all those 3 guys, so let's see, does he get in yellow? First we see Quinzado celebrating his stage victory, doing what he does, winning short time trials like this, but more importantly, did it get him in yellow? And yes, it did! So for the second straight race, Manuel Quinzado will hold the yellow jersey for at least a day here after winning the time trial. I think he only ended up winning it by 1 second, so it was really close there at the end, but Quinzado got the job done, and he is in yellow. Unfortunately, no polka dot for Quinzado, but we will try and capture that on stage number 3, as you guys will see. But there it is, Quinzado beating Sargent and Tiago Machado by just 1 second. And then, as you can see, we end up losing our position. We had led the overall team, the team standings or whatever, after this first stage, but we lost that spot in the time trial there. So does that matter though? We got the yellow jersey, and now the big objective: we have to try and win the international. So going into it, I didn't know what I should do. The game wanted me to use Gauthier as the team leader, but I've been down that road before. He had a couple opportunities the last couple of years, so I decided to go with my new team leader, Christophe Riblon, the Frenchman. We're going to try and get to win this race. So instead of going for the GC with Gauthier, I decided to do something else. I decided that this was a perfect day for him to get in the breakaway with these big, these 4 climbs here at the beginning. I thought he wouldn't struggle to get away if it was a little bit of an incline. And you can see even at that 1.3%, it does make a little bit of a difference. Gauthier, even on any kind of incline, he will excel over the average rider. So trying to break away now, and I'm thinking if I can get over the top of each of those climbs in first place, that would be 22 total points, and that should be enough to get the King of the Mountains jersey. So we'll see if Gauthier can do it. Langeveld, the guy who won the Cat 4 climb on the first stage, is also in this breakaway, along with a former teammate Anacona and a couple other riders. As you can see though, just really using up as much attack as I can. I know I need to build that gap between me and the peloton, so I'm going as hard as I can with Gauthier at this point. But now I'm going to wait. I want to wait for that group of 4 riders behind Santa Marita, Denifli, Anacona, and Langeveld to catch up. So I'm just taking it easy now. Actually, I guess I am getting back out of the saddle here, but as you can see, we're about 90 seconds up on the peloton now. It looks like we've gotten away, and as we approach the first climb, we should be able to stay away from the peloton. But first things first, I do want to let the guys catch up, and they have. So we've got a full group of 6 now in the breakaway, and Gauthier will finally let up now and let the others do the work. So we're coming up on the top of the first climb now. This is the toughest climb of the first 4 or whatever, and you can see Gauthier going early, about 1.4 kilometers from the summit, who will follow. Anacona coming up on the left now, and Langeveld is going to defend that title hard, but he's actually already been dropped, as you can see, losing time on the first 5. Now it looks like it's going to be between Anacona and Gauthier. Does Gauthier have one more kick in him? Anacona pulls up. Gauthier goes right by him on the left now, 800 meters till the top. Gauthier still going hard. Anacona tries to respond. Now that Gauthier is ahead of him, he's going to wait up a little bit, try and regroup. He knows he's got Anacona on the ropes now. Everyone else is losing time. Actually, it looks like Mate and Santa Marita are just hanging on there at the end. And then one final effort from Gauthier, 300 meters to the top. Can Anacona answer? It does not look like it. And Gauthier is going to win the first climb of the day. He takes the maximum 10 points, and he takes the provisional lead in the King of the Mountains jersey. So now skip ahead to the top of the second climb. We've got about a kilometer to go now, and you can see Gauthier again sort of just outlasting everybody else. It doesn't seem like anyone can keep up with Gauthier for an extended effort, as Anacona slipping behind along with Denifli, and it'll be Gauthier crossing the line in first place once again. So now 15 King of the Mountains points for Gauthier on the day, as we will skip ahead here to the third climb. And now here we go, Gauthier coming from the back this time around, Anacona also on the back, and you can see Mate pulls up there in the front, but Gauthier going right by them with about 500 meters to go here, as he will take first position on the road. Now can anyone come with him to the top? We've still got the carbohydrate drink, but I'm going to leave that one for the last climb. Despite not having any attack left, you can see we've built a bit of a gap here. Anacona is done, and no one has an answer to Gauthier on these climbs here. He finishes in first once again. Now 20 King of the Mountains points on the day secured by Gauthier. And then fourth and final climb for the breakaway here. There's that 5th climb on the stage, but I'm assuming the breakaway won't be there to come across that climb in first place. But here goes Gauthier now, just getting in the high gear ratio, trying to put a big effort in, as I had pretty much all. I knew this was going to be my last big effort for Gauthier, so I figured I might as well put all of my energy into it. So I started setting the tempo there, trying to wipe away some of the lesser riders, and then I think it did the trick, because once I got in the low gear ratio and started attacking, there was no answer. You can see I've already got a gap here, and I've still got 800 meters to go, so I pull up, and I'm thinking at this point, there's no way they're going to catch me. I'll take the carbohydrate drink. I might as well. I've got the feeding zone coming up, but it does not matter, as Gautier is going to cruise to a maximum of 22 King of the Mountains points, and hopefully that should be enough to take home the competition here at the end of the day, but we will see. We'll have to see. That final climb could prove to be enough for someone to overtake it, especially if that someone already has King of the Mountains points, but we will see. So Gautier now, we switch the focus to Christophe Riblon, who, like I said, will be the team's leader. The Gautier, as you can see, back in the peloton. The breakaway has been snatched up here. We're at 10 kilometers from the summit now on the Cat 1 climb. Riblon riding towards the front here, trying to get him up to the front, doing a lot better job of it than I was with Gautier in previous races. You can see not a hard tempo being set really by anyone, so Riblon pretty much just cruising right along here. It's a nice easy ride so far. Now getting out of the saddle a little bit, as you can see the former HFT rider Patrick Niemiec, I remember, I can't pronounce his first name, but Niemiec there riding up alongside Riblon. Now Riblon riding towards the front here, along with the race favorites like Kieserlovski and Frank Schleck now. As you can see, a bit of an attack being put in by Frank Schleck as well as Jennison, and Schleck, though, not able to get a gap. But I'm trying to stick at the front here because I just want to be able to respond if any of the race favorites go. I know I'm going to need to respond to that kind of attack, and this is the perfect position to be in. And then there goes Schleck again, making an acceleration, and now he's got a bit of a gap. He's about 8 seconds ahead of the peloton, but really the peloton's just sort of letting him hang out there. They know he's going to expend all of his effort. It would be a long ways to go. I mean, he put in that attack about 5 or 6 kilometers from the finish, and he's really not getting a ton of time on us. So the peloton not concerned, though. Riblon still riding towards the front, and then now Riblon's putting in a bit of a move. Here he goes. He's got the legs, it looks like, as he will pick up the pace here, trying to snatch up Schleck, but the peloton is quick to respond. As you can see, it's not the peloton anymore, I should say. It's really just a group of race favorites, but now Riblon's got a bit of a gap. So here goes Christophe Riblon. This is the move to try and win the International. He's coming right up alongside Frank Schleck. Now he pulls up. He's got 15 seconds on the group of leaders, but here comes Rein Terame. As you can see, there is a response from the field. Riblon kicks again, trying to drop Schleck, but Terame has bridged the gap now. It's a group of 3 at the front of the race, a group of 4 shortly behind. Now there's even more splits down the road. More riders have made the gap, though. Niemiec and Genya are here, as this group is quickly becoming bigger. Now Riblon will just sit back, try to recoup some of his energy here, and make one final move to try and drop these guys and win this race. Can Christophe Riblon do it? We've tried so hard before to try and win the International. This looks like it might be our best shot. Riblon out of the saddle again. He puts in one more move as the road flattens out a bit. Now it's back up to 6%. 1 kilometer to go. Riblon's now got a gap. It's quickly closed back down by Terame, but Riblon continues to kick. He doesn't have much energy left. Terame is the only one who can hang with him. Now he pulls up about 700 meters to go. Terame shortly behind him. He's not quite on his wheel, but he's right there now in the high gear ratio. Riblon digging to the finish, and Christophe Riblon is going to win the Criterium International. Yes, sir. Christophe Riblon wins the stage, and he would win the overall. Unbelievable. We did it with Quinzato in stage 2, and then we did it with Christophe Riblon when it really counted at the end there on the Col de l'Hospital, the climb of the International. Riblon wins the day, and he would win the overall classification, the GC. He had enough time on everybody else, and he does it. He will pull on the yellow jersey, the final yellow jersey that will be handed out for this race. As you can see, Riblon celebrating with the podium girls, getting a nice kiss on the cheek from each. And there it is, Christophe Riblon celebrating victory here as he wins the 2019 Criterium International, and that will be a huge bonus for HFT. And as you can see, Cyril Gautier will take home the King of the Mountains points. So Riblon, despite winning the final climb of the day, it was not enough to overcome Gautier's 22 points that he picked up on the first 4 climbs. So Gautier picks up the King of the Mountains jersey. That would earn us a little bit extra cash, and overall it was a really successful international. Team HFT really starting to establish themselves as a force to be reckoned with, but now we've got an even bigger goal. We've got the Dauphiné coming up. Like I said, we've checked off everything we've ever wanted to do at the International. We never have to come back here again and really care about it at this point. We've done everything we had to do. Now it is on to the Dauphiné. We've got bigger and brighter goals ahead of us, but we will see if we can get those done. So anyway, you can take a look. Young Rider standings. Looks like Chavez actually won the Young Rider standings, kind of ironically enough. But Gautier won the King of the Mountains. Riblon, I don't have to explain it, but look at all the money we're going to rake in from this. 141,000 euros for winning the overall, 38,000 for winning the King of the Mountains, 27,000 for coming in third in the green jersey crazy points thanks to Daryl Limpy. So lots of cash being raked in. But like I said, great performances by Team HFT, especially Christoph Riblon. Amazing stuff. But that is going to do it. Hope you guys did enjoy. We've got the Dauphiné coming up next. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.